Hey guys, what's up? It's Trisha Paytas. I just did an interview with the Zach Sang Show, and we talked about my music, my eating, we talked about my sex life, and lots of drama. I think I said too much, actually, so check it out.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
I really feel like I'm in the presence
Greatness.
of an American icon.
Wow, really?
Hello, beautiful human. Trisha Paytas is here.
All right.
Dan's here too.
Yes, this is so weird.
Why?
Because can I just say, this is the only show I've ever asked to be on. Like, I would never, ever DM someone, like, can I come on the show? Because I'm like, I think I'm literally so irrelevant. And then when you actually said yes, but like being here is so cool because I watch. Like, I don't watch many podcasts, but I watch this and I'm a fan.
Thank you so much. and it really does mean the world to me to one, know that, but two, to have somebody of your stature. I do genuinely feel with every fiber of my being that you are a pioneer in the internet world. And I say that as somebody who, 12 years ago I started this radio show, and I started from my bedroom on the internet right when YouTube was just appearing. And as I obviously know your current stuff, but as I prepared myself for this conversation, all of my thoughts were validated in the fact that you've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah.
I'm watching you rap to Vanilla Ice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. That was my first video ever. I was 18. And I'm 31 now. Isn't that crazy?
You've had such a journey.
Such a journey to have like to make a career out of literally doing nothing. Like, I don't have like a talent. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy that I'm shocked that I've lasted this long.
But from not having a talent, do you find a talent?
Yeah, I think that is the talent, right? Is like making people interested in somebody. I don't do anything. So like the fact that people are interested, I'm shook. Like I'm legit shook. Like I started out doing a bunch of reality TV shows, like just trying to find something that would stick, and like nothing. Like I did America's Got Talent and got voted off in like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So, but just finding like something that would stick, that I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird. I don't get it.
I watched you on The Price is Right. Give a shout out to Quentin Tarantino.
Love Quentin, yeah.
What is your obsession with him?
Yeah, well, like if you looked at my first like 50 videos on YouTube,
All
it
about
was
him.
all about Quentin Tarantino. I loved my name on MySpace was Grindhouse Barbie. If you go to myspace.com/Mrs._Tarantino, it's my URL. And so I moved to LA, and my only goal was to meet Quentin Tarantino because all his movies are LA based. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to LA and meet Quentin. And within 2 months, I met Quentin.
So, okay, I feel like that's attached to something bigger, right? This idea that you wanted something, you saw it, you probably dreamed about it. Mm-hmm. You obviously put it out into the universe because you were manifesting it through videos. I mean, nobody just comes to LA and then randomly in 2 months meets the person that their heart was set on.
Yeah, I'm really good at that. Like, I'm really good at just getting like what I want. It's really weird. Like in stuff that I have control over, obviously, like relationships, I can't control someone to love me, but like anything I have control over, I'm really good at like manifesting like what I want. It's like Quentin Tarantino. Lately, the last one was like Jason Momoa, when I met him within like 3 weeks of my obsession starting. And so I just find ways. It might be also called stalking.
And it's just naturally always in your zone.
Yeah, like I honestly just kind of find where they hang out. Like Quentin Tarantino had a movie theater on, he still does, on Beverly's Drive. Yeah. And so I just know he went there like a lot. But it was actually Eli Roth who introduced me. He saw my MySpace page because he was really big on social media. He saw all my crazy videos dedicated to Quentin. And he's like, he kind of gave me like a little like tip. He's like, hey, you should come here on Saturday night. And he saw me. I went in the lobby. Eli Roth grabbed my hand and introduced me to Quentin Tarantino himself. Wow. He's like, I got your #1 fan right here. And I just remember being like, and Quentin was so nice to me. He didn't take pictures with like anyone else, and he took a picture with me. It was like iconic.
Did you ask him to put you in a movie?
No, I can't act.
Oh.
But I guess, but I mean, maybe it doesn't matter.
I'll volunteer as your coach. I'll read lines with you all day.
Are you an actor?
No, but I have a feeling that I can help you.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I feel like this is everything. Like I look at this and I'm like, dang, you made it.
No. I mean,
you did. You're iconic. I'm just like, I'm shook that I'm here. This is so trippy. Like to look at you, I'm just like, whoa, you're real. Like it's so weird.
I'm gonna say I've never seen Zach so like excited for anything.
Wait, actually?
Yes.
I am such. First of all, you live such an authentic life on the internet that I strive to do the same on the radio, and I respect your honesty, your transparency, the fact that you live everything. Like, what is a camera to you? Like, how do you see a camera right now?
Like, how do I see a camera? I mean, I've always loved the camera because it always meant attention. Like, I love attention, right? So, like, as soon as I see a camera, I'm like, and it's a weird thing. This is like a bad thing, actually. Like, any reality shows I've been on, from like actual TV reality shows to like the most recent thing I'm doing on YouTube with like Keen and JC's channel, like where it's just like a little reality show. Like, anytime I see a camera, like even now, I feel like I need to like say everything that comes to mind. Like, I don't have any sort of filter when I see a camera. I'm like, I'm gonna say everything I feel because someone's listening. You know. It's weird. It gets me in trouble.
But where does that come from? Growing up, did you have friends? Did people listen to you?
No.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I know.
actually, yeah. Yeah, I feel like if you didn't have friends growing up, or you didn't have like parents that weren't, like my mom worked all the time, my dad worked all the time. So like I feel like if you just didn't have anyone that listened to you growing up, I feel like that's why you're just so like, those people become loud, right? And they need to be heard. And that's me. I just need to be, and still to this day, I feel like the only people who listen to me, or the only way I get results, is doing a YouTube video about someone or something. Then all of a sudden they want to like talk to me and like, oh, okay, let me hear you out now that you did a video. And
does that suck? Because in some weird way, you're yielding your platform to for somebody to like respect you in real life.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You're yielding an audience. You're using an audience to get somebody to respect you as a human being who has valid emotions and feelings and just wants to communicate to figure whatever it is out.
yeah, but I think that says something, like, not to get all deep, but that kind of says something about like society, that they only pay attention like if you have like a follow, like even like
Yeah.
Delta Airlines, they'll only pay attention to you if you have like 2 million people tweeting them. You know what I mean? Like a regular person complaining is not going to get anything from them. So it's just kind of our world. Like I just feel like, oh, you have a voice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even going back to the acting thing, like I used to try and be an actress because I just wanted to be like famous, and so I was like, I'm going to be an actress, and like I never got hired. I get so many offers now. Like everyone, like I get so many offers for like Lifetime movies and stuff, and I'm like, they don't even know if I can act, and I can't. So I'm like, it's crazy.
Breaking news, casting directors. She can't memorize lines.
I can't memorize lines, but I will show up.
By the way, you can move that pillow and get like, you can do whatever
I don't
you
know.
want on the couch.
One time I did an interview and I was like this the whole time, and it was so awkward. So I was like, I'm just trying to like make myself look cute, but also like listen here, you know.
You really are strikingly beautiful. And
Wow, thank you.
you ooze a great energy.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Oh my god.
No, I'm very excited.
I wish we could date, but I know we can't.
I mean,
But I'm attracted. You're the type I'm attracted to.
here's the deal. You are.
What is that type?
Yeah.
That
Nick
type.
wants to know. Nick wants to know.
No, wait, what is that type? That's what I want to know.
The type, no, I'll tell you, my type is just whoever likes me. And that's the truth. If you think I'm attractive, I'm like, you want to get married?
Yeah, but I don't know. You've had some sugar daddies.
Yeah.
I was watching one of your videos this morning,
Yeah.
and one of the guys liked you during your time playing Superwoman.
Yes.
You met this weird dude, and he liked you and wanted to give you things.
Yeah.
But you knew that this was not kosher.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be a sugar baby so bad. Like, Anna Nicole's like my icon. Like, I want to be that so bad. But, I mean, like, when it comes down to it, like, I just can't. I just need to be happy. You know what I mean? Like, I really do. I like to be like, I love money and stuff, but I just want to be happy.
What about being a sugar mama?
Oh, I was just talking about this morning. Yes, I want to do that.
Because you, I mean, you do very well.
Yeah, I'm balling. If any young guys want to. I have a. Oh, yeah?
He volunteers as tribute.
I like you. I like you too because you're kind of like a quiet. Like I like kind of people that are a little quiet. They don't need to be like, you know, here I am. Like,
But
oh, you look like Rick Moranis a little bit. I love Rick Moranis. No, I love him. He's so hot. I love Rick Moranis. You kind of look like him.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's hot. Oh, he's so hot. No, you look good.
See,
Wow.
I feel like you just said something that I think you should play over and over again on your quest to find your next mate. Somebody low key and quiet in the room. You deserve the attention. You should just have somebody there who supports you, who wants to fuel that instead of like competes with you for it.
Yes, that's what my therapist says, but I don't want. I that's what I need. But what I want is, or what I go for is chaos, because I only like. I can only
You thrive in chaos.
Yeah, I love my last boyfriend. I like fought all the time, and I was like, "Oh, this is so exciting."
Because you didn't know what was gonna. You were living a
Yeah.
real life reality show.
Yeah, it really was. And even if he wasn't on YouTube, like my other ex-boyfriends, I always have been like just trying to push buttons, and it's weird.
So
and
you
this-
cause drama on purpose.
unintentionally, like subconsciously, I am. When I look back on the relationships, like, oh my god, I'm like doing this on purpose. I don't know, it's weird.
Because that's genuinely what you want out of the relationship.
Yeah, I want chaos. I want excitement. Like, have you ever been with like a boring like
Oh,
There's some
I
people.
I hang out with Dan. He's so boring.
Dan?
But it's so weird.
Not boring.
No,
He's exciting.
His
Thank
intense
you.
boringness makes him interesting. So, do you get what I'm saying? Like, he
No.
doesn't have any lamps. So, once the sun goes down, he sits in darkness.
Oh,
Yes.
are you that person?
Absolutely.
You have no lamps, actually.
No lamps in my house.
Do you know his last electricity bill was $9.71?
That's impressive, right?
Oh, yeah. That actually means you're baller, though. You're like
Yeah.
saving money.
I save money. You spend money.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe we should date. I'm just trying to hit on anyone who'll say yes. No one's saying yes. Everyone just laughs. Everyone's like,
But hold on.
one day.
Back to you.
Okay.
You like controlled chaos, but what if you change the type of chaos? Maybe you took on like a project, like somebody who needed you for like rehabilitation or for like. I don't know. I'm just changing up like the chaos. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've been there. I mean, I've done that. I've had people who needed me. I mean, I've had like someone who was like thought he was gay but also thought he was straight. So I was like trying to like he's like, well, help me convince me I'm straight. So I was like trying to like help him. Like,
Was that the guy in your most popular video?
yes.
I could totally tell. Jesus.
Everyone could tell except for me. Everyone's like, he's gay. I was like, oh, is he? I don't know. To this day, I still talk to him. I'm like, are you? He's like, no, I don't know. I go like whatever.
He should flow. No, by the way, I don't. There's a terrible judgment
Yeah,
that I cast. A human being is allowed to do whatever they want to do, and they should love whoever they want. And as somebody who loves everything and
Yeah.
anything, people should be free.
For
No
sure.
judgment should ever be cast.
But
Sorry.
he was probably hella gay. There's some people who just are gay and then they just are.
You're
but
right.
but I think I confuse like gay people because like I'm kind of like a gay man, so they're kind of like I like you, but also have a vagina. What can I say on this? I don't even know.
Anything you want.
Okay, I was like I'm like vagina's so like PC, so I was trying to be cute
Well, you.
and not raunchy.
Hey, beautiful human, real quick. If you're considering going back to school, you should ask yourself the following questions. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits that you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Arizona State University could be the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers 200 highly ranked degree programs, 100% online. You're going to earn the same degree as you would on campus from wherever you are on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits. If you want more information, text my name, Zach, to 35517. That is Zach to 35517. So you can learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates and why 87% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. That's a big number. 87% of the graduates, they get a job in 90 days. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University. To learn more about ASU online degrees, text Zach to 35517. That is ZACH to 35517. Knowledge is power. You aren't PC,
No, I'm definitely not.
but you're also not raunchy. I don't know.
Who said that? Who said that?
Me.
Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I'm raunchy?
I don't
I
think.
mean, do you
No,
see?
there's class to what you do. And all really from the eating of the Korean cheese sticks
Yeah. Oh,
to the Panda Express
wow.
to the videos to your vibrator reviews.
Mm-hmm.
You had a quote in one of the videos I was watching yesterday. It's like crazy that this is my job, testing what feels best on my.
Dad, I'm dying. I mean, that's my job. That's my bread and butter is Adam and Eve. That's my main income. If I didn't have them, I would literally have like a way lesser lifestyle.
At what point in your life do you realize that you are a sex professional?
I'm not. I think that's why people watch it because I'm literally like, if you watch my videos, I'm not a sex professional. I literally will take like a stimulator, but put it like inside of me. But it's only supposed to be for your. But it's like up there in my cervix, and people are like, "What are you doing?" So I'm that person who doesn't know what a labia is. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know it's in there. Well, what is it? I don't know. I call like the lips like beef. That's not the proper term. I'm like, okay, I don't have beef. I'm just saying. I was saying if you have them, you have to pull them apart. That's what I was. Anyways.
So why do you? What is it about you that people trust in? Like, do you know what I mean? Because you aren't a doctor. You're
Yeah.
not a. You know,
Because I'm real. Like I know what feels good. Like I'm gonna stick something up me, and if it's not supposed to go there, then who cares? Like if that's not what the packaging says. So I think I don't know, and I feel like people aren't open about that stuff. And I feel like people do say it, like porn stars are porn stars, right? Like you're like, oh, I can't relate to them, but like I'm not a porn star. I'm just like this like little chubby chick that's not getting right now. So I'm like, let me just stick some stuff in me, you know?
and figure out what comes the closest.
Yeah, and it obviously works. As Adam and Eve, I used to do them like once every like 3 months, and now it's like every week I'm doing a video for them. So
Wow.
yeah,
So
it must be working. Someone must be buying these vibrators.
the people are listening.
Yeah, yes, which is weird because I lately I've been dealing with like feeling irrelevant. Like I've been feeling like, you see all the young people come up, so I've been feeling like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't be on social media anymore. Maybe I'm getting too old for social media.
But you're still getting
think so?
hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, but it's like it goes up and down so much, and I'm like, maybe people don't care anymore. I don't know. It's
What is the real answer there? Is it to play the game that currently exists? Is it to go to Tana and Jake's wedding this weekend?
Right.
And be present or cause something or be a part of drama?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's even yesterday when they went to go deliver the invitations. Tana had texted me. I've met Jake once, and Tana I think I've only met once. And so when she's like, we're gonna come drop off invitations to you, and I was just like, okay, I guess that's what this game is now. I'm like, all right, I don't want to be the one not invited on camera to Tana and Jake's wedding. So, yeah, you have to. I guess you have to play it, which is, I mean, it's what I still try and do. I still try and cause drama. People like, stop talking about your ex, stop talking. But I'm like, that's what people care about. I'm gonna keep dragging people through, whatever. And also, like, I actually genuinely feel upset and stuff. So I'm like, well, might as well do this and get attention.
But isn't it the balance too, while also keeping the people who love you and love the fact that you sit there for 15 minutes and eat food? Like, you want to keep them happy. You want to make sure that they still have that friend that is Trisha.
Yeah, I don't want to be a complete mess. I want to be a balance of like messy, but also like still I'm here and a real human.
But
yeah.
At what point do you ever get confused between a real mess and a fake mess?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Me every day. I don't know what I am. I'm like, is this real or is this fake? I have no idea.
Do you feel like you're going to come to the point where it's all just one? Or is it that right now?
I think that's where I'm at, and that's what's so scary. Like
Why?
Because I don't know, like you literally don't know who you are anymore. Like people will like judge you. Like my ex-boyfriend's like ex-wife would like super judge me based on what I put online. And I'm like, maybe that is who I am. I don't know. I'm like, but that's not me. And then I'm like, but I guess it is me. I don't know. I think I just am. Yeah, I'm just confused. I think I'm just the character now. Whether it started out as a character, and now I feel like I'm just that person.
Well, I want to draw two connections here because I was watching one of your videos, and it did make me sad when you were talking about Jason's ex-wife because you questioned her feminism, right? Because she wouldn't invite you to Thanksgiving. She didn't want you there.
Yeah, because and not even to live with him because I post nudes online.
But I don't know. There's a separation between business and
right
living a normal life.
Yeah, I wasn't naked in front of his kids, or not even in his house. I wasn't even taking like naked pictures in the vicinity. You know what I mean? Like anywhere close. Yeah,
that sucks.
She did like a feminist march, and then oh my God, I'm in so much trouble. But whatever, who cares? She did like a feminist march, but then at the same time was like, he's like, well, she doesn't like you because you post like adult content, and I was just like, okay, well, you knew that when you dated me, so I don't know what to say. Like, you're also a parent, so yeah, it's trust me. That whole thing was a situation for sure.
What you do, it's like a personal life hazard almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you need somebody to live in it with you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's really fascinating because we talk real quickly about that phase of your life, which was like crazy internet fame, but not even the height. Like your most popular videos still are from years ago, and you still hit all-time highs all the time.
Yeah.
But that was like young people understanding who you are and getting to know you.
Right.
But at the same time, you also having a really unique run-in with the next generation of something that you helped create.
Right. That's what's so weird is like, I was like the young, like cool YouTuber, and now we're not. Like we are like these old YouTubers, and like there's a new generation. It's really weird to see. I guess it's like Hollywood, like traditional Hollywood, but where like young people come in. I don't know. What did
you learn from being a part of that David Dobrik universe?
I don't know if I learned anything. I don't know if I learned anything, to be honest. I guess I don't know, because to be honest, I'm still, I swear on my life, never heard of him before I met Jason. Like, I never heard of that group. And then once I was in it, I was so confused why people like him. And now that I'm out of it, I'm still so confused why people, I like genuinely, not even to diss, I'm just like, and he's huge. He's like literally the number one. So I'm obviously something, but I'm like, what is it? Because he's average looking. He's not even in the videos. Like, he's not even the funny one in the videos. Is it editing? Like, I don't know what it is that people are so obsessed with right now. It's weird.
What do you learn about the game in that moment? Does it validate that like change is happening? And
Yeah.
what's drawing people's interest is evolving at a fast pace?
Yeah, but yeah, I guess there is some of that. I guess from that experience, like I said, I'm still so confused. Like, I get the Tana, I get the Jake, I get the Logans, but like that, I'm just like, I guess, his life is just content. He's like not a real human. You know what I mean? He just does not care about people. Like, I know people say, but he buys people cars. I'm like, yeah, just because you like spend money on someone doesn't mean.
That's the trade.
Yeah, exactly. He is that person. Like, I mean, ever since his like last relationship ended, he like, I saw a switch. I met him when he was still with his last girlfriend, and then like as soon as he became single, he became like cold, like evil. Like, it was crazy. It was like a switch. Evil. I think he's evil. I have to say that, because he kicked me out. Like, I mean, it was a slow, gradual, like, he wanted me out. He slowly pushed me out. Like, it was. I mean, when I look back at it, that's just what it was. He could have just been like, because he like slowly started like stop filming with me and pushed me and pushed me and pushed me, and then I gave him a reaction. He loves crazy. I'm like, oh, he can't handle real drama. Like, if you bring up real shit, he like.
But see, that's entertainment to you. That's your YouTube channel now. It's
sure.
real.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about him all day long. I don't care if people are like, oh, he doesn't talk about you. I was like, yeah, because he just doesn't like, he likes his fake drama, and he likes to control his chaos, and he can't control me. It's like a cult. I get killed after this.
He's on record saying that he treats his friends like a Twitter update.
Yeah.
And every few months, there's new friends in the group, and
yeah. Where's Josh Peck? Where's Gabby Hanna?
There's a life cycle over there.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you can't, like, the reason Jason stuck around so long is because he's like, that's his meal ticket. That his channel, Jason's channel, is successful because it's behind the scenes of David Dobrik vlogs.
Yeah.
And like, he doesn't care because Jason just cares about money. But I know Jason's like talented and funny on his own, and I'm sure it eats him inside that like he's not the one that people tune in for.
By the way, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
And also, I only know what I've seen from the videos, but there was one moment where I was able to get Jason and his kids backstage to meet a group that they wanted to meet.
I was there, but I left that night.
I did it at AJR.
Yeah. Because we had a stand, and I was so tired. I'm like, I want to go home.
I know. I didn't see anybody fast enough to like help y'all out. But then,
bougie. Look at you with the connections.
right on the end.
Oh, okay.
And I talked to him for a little bit, and I met him once before, really briefly. Nice guy.
Yes.
Nice, and really cool kids, and like good energy, but also insanely talented.
So talented and so nice. And that's what hurts the most is like, I lost like an amazing guy. He's never had money. He's always been broke. He had a rich ex-wife that he never worked, he never worked when they were married. So now that he's making money because of David, as soon as David's like, Trisha's gotta go. Yeah. He's like, as soon as because you know what? After I made the video, Jason was still cool with me. Oh, I'll do anything to work on a relationship. I'll do like he's great. He's an amazing guy. And then as soon as like I brought up something that David said in a vlog about someone else that was like a little like questionably legal, like all of a sudden it's like Trisha's got to go.
So you guys broke up because of David, is what you're saying?
1,000%.
No,
because we still talked until we made a video saying it was David's fault about the Tana joke, and it was immediately deleted. Jason immediately broke up with me. We were fine up until then. So I was like,
yeah, because there was something legally questionable in that video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they're like, well, and then they still hang out with that friend. And it's just a friend that like did something that made me uncomfortable. And I said it in the thing. And it's not my fault. It was in David's vlog. I didn't put it out there. It was already a public thing that I commented on. I just brought attention to it. And I wasn't even trying to honestly be a bitch in that moment. I was just like throwing it out there. But even the thing I brought up that was questionable in the vlog about their friend, that friend made the defense video that, oh, it was just a joke. It was just for the vlog. It was a bit. It wasn't a bit.
But see, that's it. Like, they do a staged reality type deal, but you live a reality.
Yeah.
And I think somebody who has no problem exposing the reality of the reality is what scares somebody who lives in a staged reality.
Exactly. And he controls everyone and everything. Why do you think he buys them cars? All of a sudden everyone keeps getting cars. It's like, because now he can control that like group. You know what I mean? And it's fine. Like, hey, if you want it, like, honestly, like I didn't even realize like the clout or whatever, but everyone who is in David's group now film behind the scenes. They put David's behind the scenes on their channel and they get 1 million views. And so that's cool. You make more, they'll make more money than me, but
What's more important at this stage in your life? What measures that success?
Exactly. It's like, is it the money or is it like people knowing you longevity? Because I'll tell you what, I've seen this on YouTube. Even Shane will tell you himself. Shane Dawson's like friend groups, they were all popping, right? You remember like Shauna, they all blew up.
They come and go.
And then as soon as Shane moves on, just like David will move on, what happens to them when you can't no longer use Shane as your thumbnail or David as your thumbnail? You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. There's no judgment. Do what you got to do. But, I see David now, even just like he hired a publicist. He's like on these shows. He's like, he's probably will move up, but who he's going to bring with him. I mean, he cuts people real quick. So.
But I feel like you have a lot more to say.
I have so much. Do you know how many unlisted videos I have about David that I've like wanted to put out? I'm like, Trish, because his fan base is insane to this day. Like if I don't even mention him, they're like, shut up, we hate you. Because they're like these little kids, right? And it's just like, they're insane. So I try not, but I have so much to say.
Well, what else do you have to say?
Dan provoking over there.
He's a crazy talented person. He's very talented. He has a skill, obviously.
I think his vlogs are very entertaining.
Of course, it's 4 minutes and 20 seconds of boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
The best hits.
Yeah.
It's freaking great. Do you wish that would have gone differently?
What?
The whole relationship with him?
At the end or the whole thing?
The whole thing. I mean, even the end. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I think because he was my best boyfriend. It's like really sad. But then you think now, I'm like, God, he really like, I don't know, maybe he wasn't really into it. It's really like sad when you like look back at it. You're like, maybe he didn't care. I don't know. Maybe he's just I think he's just a nice guy that like really is nice. I don't think he was like into me, which sucks.
Hey, reflection, you learn from the past, you thrive in the present, move forward for the future,
love that.
baby.
Yes. And that's where I'm at now. I feel like I'm finally like moving forward now. I'm like,
So
okay.
you guys won't be getting back together.
I'll get back together with you, Jason.
No.
I know, I'm so desperate. No, I know. I read so many like videos and I watch so many videos of people like no contact rule, like come back to you every time. And I don't know how to do that. I'm just like, I just keep mentioning him every chance I get.
You're trying to manifest him back into your life, and it's just not going to happen because what you're going to do is manifest an awkward run-in, and it's not going to be friendly for anybody.
Well, can I?
Has it happened?
No,
You can tell the story.
you're gonna get me in trouble. No, there have been a few times where I knew he was gonna be somewhere, and so I was just like, I better not, because. And you would think that I was that crazy person, but he's just very. I don't know if he's very like cold. Like don't contact me. Like even when he dropped off my stuff, he like didn't even tell me. He had his assistant tell my makeup artist that he dropped off the stuff. It's really like either he's really scared or he really thinks I'm crazy, which.
No,
could be both.
I think he's like.
I'm a little bit of both.
I just hope he didn't see it solely as like a business transaction.
I hope not either. I don't know. I think he did, and then I think he's also like a nice person, so he kind of felt bad. That's how he saw it. I think that's what it was.
You compare David to Ted Bundy.
Did you really?
I mean, it was a joke. First of all, can I say it was a joke that I heard Jason say on the podcast 2 days before, because we were watching the Ted Bundy tapes and he's like, we were saying, oh, he's like David, like charming and then also like evil. That's the ongoing joke with his friends, that he's evil, right? Like people will say like, oh, he's so sweet, but like, oh my God, so evil. David makes us do all this stuff as like a joke, but like not a joke. You know?
Yeah, by the way, what is a joke if not something that is somewhat attached to reality?
Exactly. And everyone says that too. Like, David's so crazy. He's so evil. We do this stuff for David. And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I did. It was more or less a joke.
So David should have Ted Bundy in his YouTube bio, but you have Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Who he would call himself a song and dance man.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would say he was a performance artist. What is your attachment to him?
Oh, I've had that literally since I started my YouTube channel. That never changed. That was always on my thing. I was introduced to Andy Kaufman from the Man on the Moon movie with Jim Carrey, obviously, because I was like 10 when that movie came out. So I didn't know Andy Kaufman, but after that movie, I became like really obsessed with like learning more about him. So we didn't have YouTube back then, but I remember we would watch like tapes of like, Taxi and stuff like that. And I would just see his interviews. Like my dad had interviews of like that he had on VHS of him like on the Letterman show, just like, with the neck brace and going crazy and like fighting women. And I just, from an early age, I just knew like his like, it was like an attention seeking thing. People were giving him attention for being outrageous. And so I was just like, wow. And I thought it was so funny. And I mean, maybe I'm just giving myself too much credit, but like as a 9-year-old, I was like really like, oh, I get what he's doing. Like I want to do that. Like, just kind of like ruffle people's feathers, So like at school, I did this on a very inappropriate level, but I would like be like, ooh, I have such a crush on like, a teacher or whatever. I'd say like a teacher's name or something. And I'd be like, ooh, I like can't wait. Like people would just think it was like weird. Or Michael Jackson. I went to Michael Jackson's house when I was 10 years old. And
Keep going.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know. This is actually actually kind of weird now that I'm like saying it out loud. But like I went to his house in Los Olivos and when I was like 10 because I was like obsessed and I thought, and I was like, if I could just have a picture of him and bring it back to school, like I'll be like super cool and I could like whatever. So I had this weird crush on Michael Jackson from like 9 to like 15 and I was like determined to meet him. And I finally did meet him at his house.
Were you invited?
No.
No, what do you think?
I was like one of those little like stands that just show. I know. Oh my god! Like you think about it now, full circle. People are showing up at my house. I'm like, oh, karma. But yeah, I just showed up.
I love that.
Yeah, I know.
But that full circle moment.
Yeah, wow. Because I'm like, wow, people stopped showing up to my house, and then I was like, wow, I did that.
You were that person.
I did it. I did to Anna Nicole Smith too. Gosh, oh my god, that's weird. Ew. And I thought it was so like fine as a kid.
But they actually talked to you?
Yeah.
What did you talk to Michael Jackson about?
I never said this story. Like I feel like his people are like Illuminati people where they actually come murder me. I just remember I had the Moonwalk book and I was with my dad and I just said that I was like in love with him. I was like, I want to marry you. I said that to Michael Jackson and he just asked me to like come into his house. I don't know. I don't want to say it. Nothing weird. Nothing like sexual.
Okay, hold on. So you go, hold on.
I'm a girl.
By the way, it's very weird that later in life you go on to hook up with Aaron Carter.
Oh, God. Wow.
By the way,
you went in. How do you find all this stuff?
The internet is. By the way, we do all our own prep. The internet's a crazy place.
Wow.
As you know. But back to Michael Jackson. So you're with your dad. Does he invite both of you back to the house?
Yes.
Okay.
We're like in front of the gate. We're already at the house. We're like parked on the street.
Got it. Okay. Typical.
Yes.
So he invites the two of you in. Do you walk with him from the gate to the house? Do you drive?
You drive. You get your pass. You drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where do you go from there? Does he in living room?
Oh God. I mean, I did sign an NDA, but at some point I feel like you don't like as a child. It doesn't matter, right? You're like you're fine. Yeah. I think after a certain point, actually, I didn't even sign it. I think my dad did, so it's fine. Right?
Yeah. You were so young, not legal.
I guess all those boys have said stuff. I'm sure they signed NDA, so whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Honestly, my experience was really positive. Like there was a bunch of kids there.
Okay.
Oh my God. There was just a bunch of kids there and it just felt like Disneyland. I know, like looking now, like I never tell this story because I just think it's such like a weird, because I loved Michael Jackson so much. But there was just a bunch of kids like hanging out. There was like literally like cotton candy like machines. It was like a theme park. And so like there was maybe like 10 kids there. And I just said that I was like in love with them and like we held hands. Oh my God. I'm done telling the story. This is so weird.
For how long?
Like around a little bit, like around his little.
What are you thinking in that moment? Have all of your dreams come true?
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird at all?
No, I like in my head, like I was obsessed with the movie Great Balls of Fire. It was like about Jerry Lee Lewis who like married his 13-year-old cousin, and Winona Ryder was the 13-year-old, and Dennis Quaid was like the 25-year-old rock star. And like in my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna marry someone by the time I'm 13, and he's gonna be a rock star. Like so, I thought meeting Michael Jackson, like literally, this was
could have been him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we'll probably get married. Like that's what I thought. I remember thinking that.
Well, I feel like you were raised on movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because my parents worked, so.
Movies raised you.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel like you're a collection of these different things that you've acquired through movies?
Yeah, I honestly think I'm like a movie character. I don't think I have even an identity. People say that all the time. Like, do you have an identity? Because I always am dressing like someone. If you ever notice, like I always, like this outfit is inspired by Pamela Anderson on Howard Stern. I was like, oh, I'm going on a radio show. Like, let me wear this outfit that Pamela already wore. I don't have an identity. Yeah. I don't know who I am, I feel. I'm just like, oh, I'm this person and this person. And I was like, oh, okay. So.
Yeah, but in that, you are someone totally unique.
Yeah.
You are Trisha Paytas.
Oh, I love you. God, you made me feel so good.
It's deserved. So.
Thank you.
Back to this. Okay. You're holding hands with Michael Jackson. You're totally okay with the idea of you marrying this man.
Yeah.
Because the movies told you it was okay.
Yeah.
At what point do you part ways? Do you ride rides together? Does he introduce you to other friends? Do you have a conversation?
Yeah, we rode roads and like, yeah, he introduced me. He like did that with a lot of kids. He just went around to like a bunch of different kids and like hung out with them.
Okay.
And I don't know. My dad must have thought it was weird because I know he said come back and we never went back. So like Michael invited us back and we never did. So I'm sure my dad was like,
he sniffed something.
Yeah, I'm sure he was like, this is kind of maybe not right. Like
that's wild that your dad was there. Were there other parents there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure. There was other adults. I don't know if they were parents.
How old were you?
Like 10 or 9 or I don't know. It was right around the time he did the Madison Square Garden show, like Macaulay Culkin and Britney Spears, like that big show where all they did. It was around that time, so 2001. So.
Oh, wow.
So when this whole scandal came out about Michael Jackson, what'd you think?
Which was Scandal?
I mean, by the way, like,
Well,
While he was alive?
there's so many.
Yeah.
like the more recent stuff, like all the documentaries that have been coming
I
out.
haven't watched it because here's then 5 years later when he had the Nux scandal happen, he had court in Santa Maria and we went up there to the court case and like we hung out with him again. So like I kind of knew him like a little, not knew him, but like we hung out a couple times.
So you did go back.
Not to his house, but I went as a 15-year-old to his trial hearing in Santa Maria.
Did you let him know that you were going beforehand?
No, because I didn't have any way to contact him, and that's why I wanted to go. Oh my God, I'm so crazy. Wow.
But when you showed up to the courthouse, did he remember you?
Well, there was a ton of fans, and at first, no, but I had my picture with him. And so then he was like, oh, yeah, like, come this way. But this was, like, crazy because he had, like, like, a bodyguard or something, like, tell me to come this way. And, like, I just hung out a little bit with him afterwards, but it wasn't at his house. It was at someone else's house.
But it's also around this time that your fandom for him dies, right? Because you wanted to marry him between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
What kills your love for him?
I had another crush.
Who?
Oh, God. That's going to get me in trouble. Anthony Michael Hall.
I was just going to say you hooked up with him.
Yeah. No, we like dated for like a couple years. Like if you type our names in together, there's like a lot of pictures of us together and stuff. Yeah.
Apparently he gave you gifts that last forever. Or need to be treated, right?
Need to be treated. Yeah. I got a lot of STDs from him. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I've talked about this, but it was so long ago that I feel like it's buried, and now it's like, here we are.
But like,
it's fine.
Just out of curiosity, you love Anthony Michael Hall. You have this intense fandom for him and appreciation for him. Does that appreciation break when you realize that he's just given you something like that?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, like, because I was like in love with him at that point. So like, I feel like when I'm in love with someone, like I don't care. They can do literally whatever.
I get it. It's like that with my dog. I mean, not, but like I'll do anything for my dog.
Oh wow, that's weird.
No, I mean, like, dude, I had no problem sticking my hands in his mouth the other day to grab something, or like if I needed to, I would stick my fingers in his butt.
Oh.
If he needed it. That's what I'm just I love him. That's the point.
But are you in love with your dog?
No.
I feel like you have to be in love to like stick your hands up someone's butt.
I mean, if his life depended on it, if he needed it, I would do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love him.
I can't say that about anyone except for ex-boyfriends, like or boyfriends while I was dating them.
You'd stick your fingers in there?
For sure. I mean, Jason would like leave like skid marks on my bed of like poop and I wouldn't care. I was like, whatever, it's fine. Like I thought it was so hot. He wouldn't shower for like a week. I'm like, whatever. He smelled like so bad as I was like, I want it, because I was so in love.
I get it.
But I would never be like that ever before. Yeah.
So Anthony Michael Hall gives you diseases, STDs.
Yes.
I mean, what is that conversation like with the guy from Breakfast Club? Like
he's a player. He's like a player.
But did you know he was playing around?
I did then. You know how I found out? Wire Image. I saw him in New York with like a girl, and I was just like, and then when I confronted him about it, he's like, I don't know what you want me to say. I was like, okay. So every boyfriend after that always cheated on me, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I guess that's just what famous people do. Because I'm like attracted to. I always had this conversation. Like, it's weird. I was always attracted to people of like not even fame, just people who do something like creative and stuff. And so like these creative types, I love, but they're just so like tempted. They're always.
Are you a creative type?
Yeah, I think for sure.
So,
like anyone in entertainment, I like.
Because what do you like about them? Is it the fact that they understand you, or is it the fact that they represent something that you wanted back then?
Yeah, I think it's like attention. Like when we go out and like people know, it's weird. It's up because even like the guy I dated after Anthony Michael Hall was like famous, but not famous. You know what I mean? He wasn't rich either. And none of these guys, can I say, are rich. Like none of them are rich or anything. It was just like a fame thing that I liked.
I mean,
was
Michael
like,
Jackson was pretty rich.
Oh yeah, but I didn't date him. I wasn't in love with Michael Jackson. I wish, but yeah, no, I don't know. I just also think because they have like an extraordinary like talent, and people are attracted to that. So there's groupies. They're attracted to talent and stuff. So
what happened? How do you meet Aaron Carter? Does he come after Anthony Michael Hall?
No, there was like a few in between there. Aaron Carter was just a random like what's it called? When you like break up with someone. Oh my gosh, sorry, my bad.
It's
I
okay.
had it on silent.
Who is it?
Creditors. 1-800 numbers. I forget to pay my bills until they start calling me, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have money, I just don't pay them.
Story of my life.
Yeah, you forget to pay bills. I'm like,
business manager, maybe in your future.
I have one, and he tells me I spend too much money, so he got fired.
That's a job.
Yeah, I know. He's like, don't spend so much money on a music video. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but spending money is an addiction, and you talk about that.
Yeah, I'm addicted for sure.
Is that your only addiction?
No, I'm like an addictive to everything. I'm addicted to everything that I like. I'm just like, I can't just like, even with guys and stuff, I can't like something. I have to like obsess over something. I have to do it until it's like burnt to the ground. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally get it.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm addicted to everything.
What's the most money you spent going to a store?
To a store? Nothing crazy because I usually have like a limit. I mean, my cars are like my most expensive. Like I have like a Lamborghini that was like $180,000 maybe was my most expensive.
Wow.
But I don't have like a huge credit card, so like I have to kind of go in like spurts. So like I can go into a store and spend like up to $30,000 and that's like it. You know what I mean? And then I have to like go back the next day because there's like a limit. I wish I had unlimited. But yeah, probably $30,000 like on a shopping trip or something. Yeah.
Wow.
But all our vacations that we went on, like me and Jason, I paid for, those were all like $70,000, $80,000.
Whoa.
Why wasn't he paying for this?
Yeah, exactly. And he just did a vlog recently, like, I'm paying for vacation for me and my ex-wife. And I was like, oh, that's nice. You paid for a vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
So, is it, first of all, crazy to you that you can spend $180,000 on a vehicle?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Is it weird that you're the famous person that you once idolized and showed up uninvited at their house?
Yeah, because like I mean, I it is weird. I really truly don't see myself like that. Like obviously I go out in public and like people recognize me and it's like really cool, but I like don't see myself as that. I literally see myself as someone that's like irrelevant, like a pest, like no one likes, like you know what I mean? Like I do. So when you say that, like especially when I came in, I was like, wow, this is crazy. It's like, and I mean, I'm not even being humble. I'm like,
I think you see yourself as an Andy Kaufman type.
yes.
And I think you say here today that you cannot act, but I challenge you to get out there because I'm telling you, you got something.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe that music is. I want to get into Iconic because it's an awesome record. The music video is really great, and I love all the kind of what's the right word? Not dedication, but just the way you tipped your hat to all of the other like
Britney Spears?
yeah, incredibly
yeah.
relevant culture shapers of our time.
Yeah, I do little homages throughout all my music videos have little sprinkles of things.
So who shaped you more? Is it somebody like Britney Spears or is it Andy Kaufman?
As a person in general in life, Andy Kaufman, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
for sure. Like I love. It's weird. It's almost like I guess some people could call it like a liar, but I love to like troll people to get someone's reaction. Like, what could be the most shocking thing I could say? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's so interesting because like people get genuinely like they freak out. Like David being one of those people, like I would tell him real life stories and he was so freaked out by it. And I was like, this is so weird. Are people just boring? You know what I mean? Like my stories weren't even that crazy. So now that I like experience life and do all these crazy things, people are always like shook by this. And I'm like, this is so weird. So yeah, probably just like Andy Kaufman. And I just keep going with it. Like, you know, like I'm always up to try anything for a story. Like I'm like, oh, I could tell this later, you know? Yeah.
I heard in the song, 100 bad days make 100 good stories.
Yeah. Whose song is that?
AJR.
Oh, full circle.
Yeah, weirdly full circle.
That was crazy. Did he DM you? How did it even happen?
What?
Jason like meeting AJR?
Oh
like-
no, I ran into him at the concert.
And he knew you?
Well, okay. So I'll tell the story because I never told it. I ran into Jason first and then David at some movie event thing. And I think you might have been there too. It was our puppets were at Madame Siam.
Oh yeah.
It's weird, but
That was weird.
I was alone. Nobody really knows me because I'm not a part of the YouTube community. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, for sure.
And then Jason had come up to me, and it was weird because they had kind of weirdly manifested it because apparently David had been watching our interviews because they were trying to duplicate our studio.
Oh.
Because they were trying to build a studio, I guess, in the house
Ow.
to do their podcasts and to eventually have guests. And then they came up to me and I said hi. And from that moment, I knew them. And then I saw them like standing in the back of the concert. And I'm friends with AJR, and they told me that David was probably coming.
Oh.
And then they kind of had crappy tickets, so I helped them out.
Yeah, we were like standing. I was like, I gotta go. Like it was so, we were like in line and people were like bombarding us. And I'm not like bougie at all, but I was just like, why are we just standing for like the opening act? I left
Yeah,
in the
it's
opening
weird.
act. I didn't even see AJR. I was just like, the opening act was awful. I'm sorry, whoever it was, but like it was so bad. I was like, I gotta go. Like I can't do this. And I left.
Because I saw you guys back there, and I'm upstairs in this like the VIP level, which by the way is empty.
Yeah. I know, they got to sit up there. And I was like, oh, okay, bougie. Oh my gosh. You look at you, bougie, with that pole. I love that. And I also love that AJR care that David, this is what blows my mind is that people do care. They're like, wow, David Dobrik's gonna be. I was like, that fact that people care is weird. I'm like, okay.
People do care about him.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. It's amazing. It's weird, but
Is it? it says something about YouTube, right? You've seen this medium develop and evolve over well over a decade now. Does it blow your mind to see what it's turned into? Like, who introduced you to YouTube? Who told you about it?
Nobody. And I tell the story and people don't believe me, and I swear it's like true. Like, I don't know how you can look this up, but like I started, like I had a YouTube like channel before mine, like I don't know, like 2005, like right when it started.
Yeah.
Like literally there was like maybe 3 videos on the platform. I'm not even kidding. There was maybe 3 videos out there. And the reason I found it is because I was posting videos to my MySpace page, and my Photobucket account. Do you remember Photobucket where you could like,
Yeah.
so my Photobucket account got like deleted because I was posting like nudes on there or something. And so it got deleted. And the only way, so I Googled like videos to post with HTML code. And back in the day, YouTube would give you an HTML code to embed your videos into your MySpace page. So that's how I found it. I like Googled it. And like, so I started posting videos, but it wasn't until like 2007 that I actually like started like posting regularly. But yeah, so I just found it. I just Googled, I did a Google search, like video sharing website. And like YouTube was like not even the top one. I was just like, oh, this will work. Seriously, it's crazy. I think I still have that channel, I'm sure.
And look at you now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you remember the first nude you took?
The first nude I took. Yeah, actually, I was like literally like 5.
That's weird.
Yeah, actually. I mean, it is weird.
I want to know, but I don't want to know.
Right, it is weird. It's kind of a weird thing. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. I always loved being naked. I always loved it, and I like, to me, I didn't get the like sexualness of it until I was probably like 8 because I watched Howard Stern. Because Howard Stern had like a setup like this on the E. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I loved
He
it.
actually is the creator of reality TV, and it
For
started through his
sure.
radio show.
Yeah, because at midnight, like when his E show, they would show like girls' boobs and stuff, and I was like, whoa.
And the drama amongst the staff, it's incredible. I
And-
still watch it on the regular.
Yeah, I live for him, and like even the characters like Baba Boo, like I was like, are these real people? Like I was so
They are.
confused. Yeah, it was real people, but it was kind of like David, where it was like this like weird like show. It was
But it was 5 hours of, because it started from the radio show, right? Obviously, but like it was just a constant universe,
Right.
and then they broke after that, and like anything that they did off the air always ended up on the air.
yeah, right.
It was this beautiful, like, it was just a reality show that everybody knew that they were going to be a part of. every
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I loved it. I loved it. That's why I went on America's Got Talent. I wanted to meet Howard Stern,
So
and then he noticed me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him to notice me, and he came up on stage and danced with me. So
why do I feel like I haven't watched this? I've seen everything. I watched you on Ellen.
oh.
I watched you fast read
Yeah.
in front of Ellen. Is that a skill you still have?
Yeah, I mean, I could do it, but I don't know if that's a skill. I was on so many shows with that talent. I was on like Guinness World Records. I was on Jay Leno, Jimmy Kimmel, like America's Got Talent. Like I was on so many. I did a Carl's Jr. commercial with that talent. It was so weird. It's like it's just talking like a little fast. Like I don't think that's crazy.
So you're born in Riverside, and then you kind of grew up in Illinois, right? And then you came back here.
Yeah, well, my parents divorced. My dad was here in San Diego County, and then my mom was in Chicago. So I came back and forth all the time.
So at what age do you fully commit to this place?
17.
And because then it's like you try to figure out the system. So you do the reality shows, you get on the random talk shows, you're a contestant on game shows.
Uh-huh.
And how do you promote the fact that you can read fast so that Ellen can see you? Did you just do it on YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah. It was like I think it's called like World's Fastest Talker. And like the video had like 2 million views. Steve Martin, I was reading a Steve Martin book, and he had brought it up somewhere. I can't remember where, because it wasn't there wasn't Twitter back then. So I don't know where he brought it up, and then a lot of people, it like went viral. I don't know if he talked about it somewhere or something, but it went viral. And then and then Ellen called me, and all those shows called me. I didn't like apply.
Wow.
Yeah, even like Jay Leno, the show I did that I didn't apply. They're just like, do you want to come on this? I was like, yeah, okay.
What a strange life you've lived.
I know.
It's amazing.
I just am so like lonely and bored and alone in life that I'm like, let me just try anything that makes me excited. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
So how do you measure success right now in your life?
Well, that's the problem. I'm like a little bit in a rut because I just am like, what do I have to show for myself? I'm 31 and I'm still doing the same shit. So I'm like a little bit in like a rut. I don't know. I don't really consider myself successful other than I have money.
Yeah, Google says you're worth $4 million.
Wait, what is that on?
I just typed in your name and your net worth, and that's what it says.
Okay. We'll go with it. I mean, yeah.
Accurate?
No.
Really high or lower? Are we on our way there? Because I think Iconic is going to be something. And you have a tour.
Yeah, I have a tour. Yeah, we go tomorrow. That's why I was late, because I was like running around doing a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we leave tomorrow.
Talk to me about this record, because you pay homage to a bunch of people who have kind of shaped culture in different ways throughout the eras. And your performance, you're dancing, you have incredible dancers around you. You have, you do have an EP, the Chicken Parm EP.
I have 7.
You have 7 EPs?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
Whoa.
And I have 7 books and 7 EPs. Look at me just bragging.
Oh my God. 7 EPs.
Yeah. I have 7.
So what is different this time around with your music? Are you telling a different story? Because the music video is personal to you.
Yes.
It's attached to your reality. I don't know if the other records have had that much reality attached to it.
No, my first 2 were like kind of like comedy ones. Like I had like fat chicks and like, superficial bitch, like just like funny ones. And then like the other ones, then I had like a writer come in and started writing me like Britney Spears type songs that were like cute or whatever. And then this one, I like worked with somebody to like, I gave him like I like write poems. Oh my God, I got in trouble. Okay, so I had this poetry book and it got leaked. I think it's out there. It got leaked for like a day, but then people started like ripping at me like it was David and Jason's fans. I wrote a book. I wrote a book like 500 poems about my ex-boyfriend, and it was like, and I published it.
That's
and
great.
People found it within a day and started like ripping me because they're his fans. They're like, wow, she's a stalker. She's so obsessed. So, anyways,
Get out of here.
I know. So I took it off Amazon, but I think it's out there. I think someone like put it and leaked it because they tweet it to him all the time. Like, she's so creepy. Blah blah. I told him about it, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll like publish it. I don't care. So
what does poetry mean to you? Because I feel like you're so honest in front of a camera. Like that's an escape, obviously. But is poetry a different escape?
Yeah, poetry I feel is just like, it's just real. I just feel like it's like, and I write it in the moment. Where's my purse? My purse is over there. Oh, like I have a little book with me that I literally write down everything. I'll show you. Like I always carry this. Like just I have like 5 little books and I always like write down like little like thoughts in the moment, and I date it and I put the time on it and stuff like that. So
That's great.
Yeah, so I put like all my like lyrics, and I like it's just like in the moment. Like as soon as I feel something, I like write it. And not to say I'm like all deep, but it's just like I want to get it out. You
You're
know?
so present. I'm
Yeah.
so jealous.
Yeah, it's good to be present. Are you not present?
No. Not
Really?
at all. I'm always on to the next thing, and I don't even finish what's in front of my face.
Wait, actually? Oh, I feel
Yes.
like you would be very present because you're very like.
I'm present in like in these moments in a controlled universe. Yes. Outside of these walls, slightly different story.
Really? I don't know anything about you like personally. Like I love your show, and I'm like, you don't talk about your personal life. You're very like.
Oh, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Maybe you can give Zach some advice or
I
some
want some-
tips.
Are you a mess?
Well, I was going to come to you for some sex advice.
Ooh, yes. I love when people like ask me for this because I feel like I am like definitely like the freakiest person, and I don't say that like to brag. I'm like, I tell people my stories and like, whoa, that's crazy, you know? Like, so I love, tell me, I'll help you. I have a good sex life. I always have good sex with everybody. Jason said I was the best sex ever, and that's fucking amazing. He said it on camera, and he's like PG. He said it in like a breakup video. He's like, best sex ever, and it's so not his character. I was like, weird, but
What
can
about
I
it makes
say?
it so good?
with me,
Yes.
I think because I'm just so open and I like don't give a and like I don't care what you look like. Like I'll do the craziest like like eat your belly button out, eat your so I'll like fucking like down to the I don't care. You know, I've had like literally like in my mouth. Like I don't give a shit. I'll put a candle up my I don't care. I'll do anything. Like whatever turns someone on, I'm like, yeah.
But you said something
Whoa.
that you don't
Yeah.
care what somebody looks like.
Oh no. If you look at all my boyfriends are ugly.
This is so,
I really truly don't find anyone attractive. I don't find anybody
You
attractive.
love the human.
Yeah, I 100%. I don't look at someone. I'm like, oh, he's so hot. Like, really, I don't. I don't look at a guy. Like, I look at Dan and I'm like, oh, he's like the aesthetic of what people think is a good looking guy. But like, I don't look at him like, oh my god, so f***ing hot. But I don't do that with anybody. I don't, you know, like even Jason Momoa. I'm just like, I'm not like, oh god, I want to him. You know, I like the person.
I want to go back to your poems.
Okay.
what?
But I also
This is why I love you.
I want the world to
He's, like,
understand
sensitive. I love him.
that you can have brains and love your body and
Yeah.
be comfortable enough to share your body with the world. Like the two have the ability to exist in one human. I think a lot of
Yes.
people think that it's one or the other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like somebody who's talking about the vibrators and you know you only on your private Snapchat do you show your actual nipples, but people who
I like masturbate on there.
you go all out.
I'll show you today. Mine was, it was in the car. I just did it over in the parking lot on my private Snapchat.
Oh my god! Wait, you did?
I'll show you. It's on my private Snapchat. I can show you whenever. Yeah, I just pulled my underwear. I was like, look, guys. It was all I'm like, I must be horny. I was all like for no reason.
Know something.
Yeah.
An incredible brain can exist in a human being that does all of it.
100%.
And I love the fact that you are intellectual. You write. So you wrote Iconic.
Yes, I co-wrote it with, so it was my words and he just makes it fit. Like he like makes it fit.
So are you taking the poems that you wrote and turning those into records?
Yeah, now I am. So it's so just so it's more personal and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like iconic. The part of the mental hospital scene is like my fame and accidental. No, it's more fundamental of me acting kind of mental. I'm a pop star, so it's kind of like saying like I didn't get famous like by accident. Like I kind of like curated my crazy and like made it that way. And now I'm a pop star. Like I'm going on tour. Like I don't even sing. Like I'm not a good singer, but I love singing, but I suck at it. So I'm like, wow, like that's amazing that you can literally go on tour, sell it out, and like literally just sing the whole show as a non-singer. It's everything. I love it. I have so much fun.
So why, as someone who doesn't think you have a good voice, like why are you singing then?
Because I love it. Like I think I have a good voice. Like if you ever heard me sing like Shallow, like people thought it was like me trolling people, and I was like, no, I just like thought I sounded like really bomb. But I also know I'm well aware that like it's not in pitch or on key, so I did it, and people thought I was like trolling, but like that's actually how I sing. I just like to sing.
I think you're a performance artist.
Oh, wow. That's the best compliment ever. Thank you. I like to think so.
Who also lives this very authentic existence. So we now can get back to the sex conversation.
Yeah. Which, can I say, I was nervous because I posted a lot of sexual stuff today because I was trying to promote my like Trishine Land and stuff, my adult site. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they see this. They're not going to have me on the show. But then I posted a picture that says, okay, thanks. And it was liked by you. And I was like, oh, I guess he doesn't give a shit what I post. He's like, double tap. You just seem so clean. Like, you seem like a very wholesome man. So I was just like, wow, he liked that?
I'm wholesome because I'm untouched.
Yeah, Zach.
Actually? Wait, are you a virgin?
Yeah. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Oh, is this like a religious choice?
No.
No.
No, to be honest with you, I'm very uncomfortable with the way I look. So
what?
That's been a real hindrance in my life. But I'm trying to change it now. It's crazy. The more comfortable I get with my body, the less interested I've become in wanting to date. I was more interested in wanting to date and going out and being active when I hated the way I looked.
Yes.
And when it got to the point where, like, I'm a great kisser because, you know.
You've made out.
I've made out a lot of times.
Oh.
More than anything else.
Oh, God, this is so hot. I love a virgin.
But when it gets to that point and it's time to take a shirt off or whatever, and it's like.
Do you do it?
No.
You've never taken a shirt off in front of someone?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Do it right now.
Nope. Never
Why?
gonna happen. Are you kidding? I'm almost an ever nude.
Wait, no, you took your shirt off in front of right here a couple months ago. You were changing your shirt.
Oh.
Okay, but that was.
Listen, it's not bad.
By the way.
Like
Nobody wants to hear that. It's not
no,
bad.
no. That came off. He makes it seem like it's like the ugliest thing you've ever seen.
Right, for sure,
He makes it seem like it's awful, but he took his shirt off, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, that's a body. That's
Just a
a
normal
body.
dude
Yeah.
that has never worked
You're
out.
really hot. Like I swear to goodness, like that's why I had to like dig more into you because I was just like, okay, wait, is this guy like gay, straight, whatever? So I was just like, oh, this fucking hot. Like you're hot. Like you literally look like a freaking like what's his name from Panic at the Disco? Like you look like that guy.
Brendan Urie?
Yeah, you're like just such a like a rock star. Like and when I saw you, I was like, whoa! Like I got intimidated. And I kept thinking, you know what? When I see someone that's hot, like you know, they're like attractive or whatever, I'm like I literally like fall. Like I thought I was gonna fall because I was like running and I was like, oh Trisha, don't fall because I fall a lot. I'm like I don't know why I'm a klutz, but and so when I saw you, I was like, oh, I'm gonna fall because I was like starstruck and I thought you were so hot and I was like, wow. No, for real. I'm telling you, this is the only show. All the shows I've been on, this was the only show I've ever asked to be on. So
That makes me feel good.
Ask
What?
her questions, Zach. Learn.
yeah, I wouldn't.
This is the best teacher you could ever have.
By the way, I'm a virgin on all sides, so I've hooked up with yeah. So a couple questions.
Yes, this is everything.
I asked this for Dan.
What?
Is it the size matter?
No. Jason was below average for sure and was the best sex. And he was below, like, and I say that again, not as a diss, but he was way below average when we first had sex. I was like, ugh, I hated it. But like, then you like really true. And it's true when you like fall in love with someone and get comfortable.
That's it. That's what I want. I just
Yeah.
want to get the comfort.
Yeah, when you're, I think that's what changed in him is specifically because like you know I don't give a. I'm like hot. You know what I mean? Like even I'm always insecure about my weight, but like when it comes to sex, I'm like whatever. I'm hot. I know my is like really tight because I got it stitched up like a couple like I don't know years ago and it's tight. So I was like, oh, I know I'm like hot. I know I can lose. I can do all that. So I was just like, I'm really confident. But he got better as he got more comfortable. He was like, and it became really amazing and it was awesome. So like, yeah, you just got to find someone to be comfortable with. But I think there is a point to where you should just like try and with some people in general.
I'm very open about the fact
Yeah.
I'm a virgin and trying to lose it, right? And
Oh.
and I do think we talked about the fact that I couldn't perform because of being drunk and being nervous.
You've mentioned it once.
Once.
I try to be authentic, and that's why I appreciate you so deeply.
Yeah.
I appreciate that level of honesty because I think the same friendship you saw on a camera, I've seen in this microphone for a really, really long time, and I had no big group of friends. I was never popular growing up. Nobody wanted to hear my effing problems,
Right.
or just talk to me about anything.
Right.
and this thing became that for me.
And now you're popping. Like people are like, I need to know Zach, and like
Nobody
no, but yes, actually.
wants to know.
No, everyone wants to know. Like, I wasn't even aware because I recently, like, maybe in the past, like, year or whatever, like, found you. And I didn't even realize, like, all the people that you've, like, interviewed. And so I was like, wow, you're, like, a big deal. You really are. It's, like, really crazy. That's why I was like, I want to come on. And then when I saw this, I was like, wow.
Is there an art to mukbang?
I think now there is, like with the YouTube now, the way I did it, because can I just say I go on to record saying like I am the first American mukbanger. I was the first one, like 100%. But
you.
yeah, thank you. No, there's not. I think there's an art now. Like you have to have like a setup and like a lot of food and slurping and crunching and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't do all that stuff. I kind of just eat, and I'm like I really enjoy my food, so I think that's why people watch me.
I want a mukbang so bad.
Can we mukbang?
I would please.
Wait, actually, would you?
Yeah, I would. I love food more than anything.
Have you done a YouTube video?
No.
You haven't done like YouTuber videos, like collabs with YouTubers.
No.
And you would do one with me,
Yes.
actually?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oh my God, what kind of food?
I mean, so the one thing is I am a vegetarian, but I'll eat sweets. Dude, I'll go to Taco Bell and get everything with beans.
Ooh.
I'll go to Del Taco and get everything with Beyond Meat.
Okay, so you're like so vegetarian, but you can eat cheeses?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so much.
We could do pizzas.
Pizzas, Korean fried cheese.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah, that we should do. Or there's a new thing that people do is like honeycomb. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with honeycomb.
Me too. I haven't done it yet. We should do that.
I eat those like on the reg.
Oh, wait, you've eaten them?
Yeah. Oh, you can eat honeycomb.
But I didn't think that was like a normal thing. I thought that was a thing for like ASMR.
Oh no, I was eating like as candy.
Oh my God, you're so skinny though. Wow, you have a good body too. Your body's hot. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that is my type of body for sure.
I do have a Jason Nash type body.
He's hot. He's
I'll
hot.
take it all day.
Yeah, like it's there's something like it's squishy, but it's not like fat. It's like hard, but it's like not hard.
It's
I don't like 6-packs. Hell no.
it's soft. You hear that, Dan? You're out of the running.
I'm
Do
out.
you have a 6-pack?
I may.
Yeah, I'm not into it. So I this like wrestler for a little bit. His name's Dolph Ziggler. He's so hot, so I love to brag about it. And it's fine because we actually
What's
did.
his
So it's
name?
like Dolph Ziggler. He's f***ing hot, and like he has like an amazing body, but like, and he's good stamina. He could f*** you for like 5 hours actually, like not even kidding, like so long.
I wish.
And he's sober because he wrestles, right? So you have to get tested. So he wouldn't even drink, right? He's very that person. And yeah, it was the craziest. It was like really good sex, but like it was just too hard. His body was like it was like a rock pelting into me. I was like, ugh. Like I didn't like it, because I got squishy everything, and then I felt his hard me, and I was just like, oh, I don't like this.
Doesn't feel like a human.
It doesn't feel like a human. It's like this. It's like a board. It's like a wall.
Do you hear that, Dan?
Yeah, I guess I'll start eating more and I'll stop working out.
The aesthetic is nice. Like I appreciate a 6-pack for sure. All my dancers have 6-packs that I can't with it. I mean, it's
good to look at.
Yeah, I mean, I anything, so I mean, it doesn't matter. But I'm like, I'll take a 6-pack, fine, whatever.
Are you going to go to the Jake and Tana's wedding this weekend?
I honestly would, but I have my tour.
But you did get an invitation on camera.
I got it's in my car. I should have brought it in as like a big ass invitation. I was like, what the fuck? Then she prefaced it. The first thing she said to me is like, we know you're not coming, but here's an invitation. I was like, okay. I was like, and it's so weird. They're weird. I can't get a read on them.
Is it a real wedding? Is it a real marriage, you think?
I mean, I think they actually think they're really getting married. Like, they're actually in love, they're saying. I mean, and, like, even off camera, like, they weren't breaking character. I'm like, I think they think it's real, but, like, it's not. Obviously.
I think I'm going to go to the wedding out of curiosity.
Did you get invited?
Yeah. I've never met
Shut.
Tana before in my life.
Wait, did they deliver you an invite?
No, I got the Instagram, but
Oh, actually?
yeah.
That is so weird. So are they just, like, having a ton of people? I'm so confused.
Here's the deal. I say I want to go, anxiety will kick in, and I will not end
You're not
up
gonna
going.
go?
Most likely I won't go. But like, it's just funny that
Wow,
I've never been invited to somebody's wedding who I've never actually met in person.
So you think it's just, like, a clout thing? Like, just,
Oh.
yeah.
They called it a clout-anniversary.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I'm so flattered to know that somebody thinks I have enough clout to be in a room with the most clout to ever exist.
You are the clout. You are the clout.
I think
Like, I won't, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't do anyone else's, like, this is it. You're the clout. This is, like, cool.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
is. I'm asking more for Dan.
Oh,
I'm doing great over here.
are you feeling
I
good?
feel real good.
Do you have sex?
I have.
Have you? Recently or just once?
I don't like talking about myself.
Wait, get
Why?
out of here, Daniel. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk, and you're really going to sit there and say nothing?
You don't talk about it? Why?
Because you're like an open book, and I just don't like people to know anything about me.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't.
Oh, he doesn't get us. I feel like you probably got a lot of attention as a kid.
Well,
he probably was popular.
I think he still gets a lot of attention from his parents.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you have a okay. You have
Listen,
a stable life.
Yeah, when you guys talk about these, childhoods where nobody gave you attention, I was like, okay, well, I got invited to every single party. I had all the friends. I can't relate.
That's why I don't go for his type, because I'm like, of course you were popular. Of course you were invited everywhere. Like, that's cool. Honestly, I just can never relate to people like that. So I was like, oh, not me.
Dan is the type of person that, like, if I was a worse person and he was a part of like the Dobrik vlog squad, he would have been updated out after first vlog squad.
1,000%.
Why is that?
1,000%.
I mean, I feel like you're unique for a little bit, but I've committed to you for the long run. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're cool for like a couple months,
Yeah.
because you're interesting and you're weird a little bit.
I think the vlog squad would love to have me.
Yeah.
No, you're like, no, look at like the Todds and the Jeffs. Like they always rotate like a cute guy. And after a while you're just like, kind of over it. But if you have somewhat of a personality, obviously you do, because you stuck around. But like him, this is like, he brings a good looking guy. They always annoy me. Like I was at the tail end of Jeff, and I was just
Jeff
like,
is very entertaining.
oh, I don't see it at all. But people say that. I know they totally do. Even my manager's like, I love his, I'm like to me, and I'm not, again, not a diss. Like I can tell if people are funny or not. I never was like, I'm like so confused, like his jokes. I don't get it. But I mean, that's fine. I'm sure he doesn't get me. I saw him at a Starbucks once, and he saw me and he left without getting his coffee. He was so scared. He just like bolted.
Why?
How does that make you feel, knowing that you provoked that type of
I
reaction?
don't like that. This is when I was still talking to Jason as like a friend, like after we broke up or whatever. And like I was in Starbucks. I saw Jeff ordering. So I'm just like there. Like if like someone comes up to me that like watches my videos and start talking to me, Jeff sees me, I guess, and I see him in the back, like he's taking like a phone call, right? He's like walking. I see him in the reflection of the thing. He's walking back. They're calling out his name. He gets a sandwich and a drink. They're like, Jeff. I'm like looking, and like, and then I see him go out the back through the reflection, and I was like, not even the back, the front. It was on La Brea, and I was just like, that is so weird. I was like, why wouldn't he go get his coffee? It was so weird. And I stayed in there for like 20 minutes because I was like meeting somebody, and he never came back to get his coffee. It was very bizarre.
You should have taken it.
I know. I was like, I looked back to be like, your coffee, and I was like, oh, where'd he go? Because I saw him like in the reflection, and I was like, oh.
Did you ever have a problem with him?
No, like I literally met him like maybe like he was like the tail end of when I was there, like the last month, and he was fine. He was just, I literally didn't talk to him. He's just one of those people who just, you can't talk. I can't talk to him. I'm like, what? There's nothing there. But there's some funny people in that group. I'm not like dissing everybody, but like.
All right, so who do you like in that group?
Who has talent? I think that's the better question.
Who has talent? Okay, well, there's two different questions. Who do you like, and then who has talent? So I'm just gonna say like the people I genuinely like. Like I mean, I think Zane's really funny. He doesn't post like a lot, but I think he's funny. Jason and Corinna's pretty. I think Corinna's really pretty.
Do the people you like also happen to be the people with talent?
Yeah, probably the most like. Yeah, probably. I don't know though, because like their numbers, like you were saying, like Jeff gets a lot of numbers, but I don't find him.
But that's it. Like, but I think there's
right.
When you exist for the long run, you've weathered a ton of different YouTube viral internet fads. There's those that have the ability to like kind of build something that lasts for a while, and then there's ones that kind of just fall to the wayside.
Right.
It's going to be ones with real talent that end up like shining above and shining beyond the vlog squad. And really have the ability to kind of last forever. Hopefully Jason's one of those people. Maybe Scotty Sire.
Yeah, I think Scott's really talented. Yeah,
his music's pretty good.
I think it's really good. Yeah, so I totally didn't forget about him, but I forgot about him just because we never really interacted either, me and him. He was always really nice to me, but I probably met him like twice because he's real quiet. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I always just hung around. Like for when I was in there, it was just me, Jason, David all the time. So there would be other people that come in, but not really. But now he seems to hang out with like people that I'd never hung out with before. So it was always just like us three, like everywhere. So like, I don't know.
New group.
Yeah. I don't know.
Could you ever see yourself talking to them again?
Yeah. Like I don't have, like, this is the thing. Like I don't have any issues with him. And like, if anything, I was like really sad that it ended because I considered David like a friend until I realized like, oh, I kind of saw it. Yeah. I don't have any issues. I mean, I'm not gonna like hang around, like vlog with them, but like I have no issues with them.
She only shows up at Michael Jackson's house. Unannounced and uninvited. And Anna Nicole Smith. And who else?
I'm sure I've still showed up to other people. I mean, I showed up to Jason's house a couple times uninvited, but that was when we were still kind of together. We were still having sex. It wasn't like weird like now.
What's the most you've ever eaten? in one sitting?
Oh, I have a video where I ate like 10,000. Oh, in one sitting, I ate like 10,000 calories in one day.
Whoa. Of what?
It was like a challenge on YouTube. It was like a 10. I just ate like churros and donuts and nachos and.
By the way, we should do like a Disneyland mukbang.
Ooh, that would. Do you love Disney?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Disney.
I
love Disney.
Anytime you want to go.
Disneyland food.
Yes.
I've seen people do that. I watch a lot of those like Watch Mojo videos where it's like Disneyland food and I love it. They have like Toy Story food now. I'm down because I did that. We went to Disney World last year and I like the best place to eat is Disney World.
You are so spot on in that.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
They're known for so much, but the food rising to the top. What fuels that comfort? Is it like knowing your body that well? Because you obviously know yourself.
I just think because like for me, like I don't care about other people's bodies. So like for me, when it comes to sex, I'm like, oh, I don't care about my body. Like that's not what feels good. Like what feels good is the parts, the that feels good.
I feel like you have it's confidence matched with an understanding of who you are, and also from there, it's like the understanding of the opposite person's anatomy.
It's funny you say confidence because I consider myself insecure. I consider myself insecure for sure.
I kind of thought that.
Yeah. I feel like most insecure people are very sexual because with sex, anybody's gonna have sex with you. That's why I tell everybody, I'm like, don't be insecure when it comes to sex because like they'll anybody. Like I'll anybody, guys anybody. Like it's kind of like that. If you are already in that position, that person wants to you. They're not thinking about like, oh, your gut or whatever. You know what I mean? So I mean, but I'm definitely insecure. I like, especially with guys and just like dating. I'm like, oh, nobody likes me.
What? I don't want to say what fuels that because I think that's like the wrong question because insecurity is valid no matter what it stems from. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it is confusing for somebody who might not know you but only knows you from YouTube or social media to hear that.
Well, I tell people all the time, like it's there's totally two different things. Like confidence is like one thing, to be confident in yourself, which is like I'm not really that confident in myself. But at the same time, like, what are you gonna do? Like, stop living your life? Like, I see girls posting sexy, so like, why can't I post sexy too? Like, I don't think I'm as hot as them, but like, who cares? Like, who cares?
You know what? Now it's all clicking more, and you do lack confidence, and I think it's confidence that I wish you had because you don't think you can act, but I'm telling you,
right.
You can. And I think you got to do it.
Yeah, but my lack of confidence will stop me because I go into a room. I had a really big movie audition like a year ago that I went to because I was like, I can't pass it up. And I get really nervous. I like forget my words. Like I choke up because I think, oh, they're judging me. They're thinking, oh, she's like too fat. She's too old. She's too whatever. And so I like get in my own head.
They're not. They love you for you. That's why they want you in the room. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's just a part of the game. It's not because of you and who you are.
Yeah, but I take it as personal rejection. Like that's like dating too. Like like sex is one thing, but like dating, I'll take it as personal rejection. Like if someone doesn't want to date me, I'm like, oh wow.
But do you see the same thing in like when you have to go in and audition?
Yeah, I think of it as like personal rejection.
Which is crazy that you were drawn to a land that is filled with rejection. Because your whole life kind of brought you here, even though you were born in Riverside.
Right.
Your whole life is this.
Well, I wanted to be with someone that was like what I wanted to be, which is like famous and like talented, and like because I didn't see myself as that, so I'm like, I'll just be with someone like that, so that way I still get the attention for being with that person. Like Yoko Ono has just as much notoriety as John Lennon because she was with him,
Yeah,
and so
I think in your quest for that, you've realized that you have your own set of talents and skills.
yeah, I mean it worked out.
I think you can audition. I think you're
Okay.
going to be something like a big actress. I think you're bigger than YouTube. I really do believe that. I was looking at all your photos and everything.
Oh.
Maybe I'm loony, but I don't think so.
Oh my God, what if you manifest that for me? I'm gonna write that in my journal when I go out. I'm gonna like write down. That's so cool. I would love it. I always think so too. Can I tell you, like my innerness always thought I was like special, but like it's also just like that. It's like fighting. I'm just such a like a, it's a lot.
When you fight, I mean, that's kind of how greatness is formed, I think.
True.
This stuff doesn't happen easy. Like,
Yeah.
and beyond, like inside great minds, it's not total clarity.
Oh no, you're like I feel like every like genius person, like, and I consider myself somewhat of a genius to be honest, but like I think it's also like you it's like this like chaos. It's like you're a prisoner in your own mind, which is why you create like such things, because people always are like, where did she even come up with this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I do consider myself somewhat of a genius, but just because like I made
You've
net
ridden
worth
the
way
wave
more-
and you've made millions of dollars.
yeah, more than $4 million, that's for sure. And it's like doing that with no talent and no education. Like, I mean,
Genius.
thank you. I think a little bit. And I mean, I don't know if that's like, I'll always know how to make money. Even before YouTube, I knew how to make money. Like, I always know how to make money. So
What do you want your future to be?
I mean, I would just want to get married and have kids, but I don't know if that's going to happen for me, but that's all I want. I've always said this every time, like anyone asks me this, I'm like, I would give up, like literally, I would delete my YouTube channel tomorrow if I could like marry someone and have children.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you feel like you're losing a friend?
With YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd be gaining like someone that loves me because
You just want love.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it.
It's either coming from YouTube or it's coming from a physical person, like one physical person or a family.
But not even that. Like, I just feel like no one ever like truly unconditionally loved me.
You don't feel that from the people who watch your YouTube videos?
Yeah, but like
It's a different type of
it's
love.
a different type of love. They're not there for me when I'm like down or like sad. When I'm sad, I'm just by myself and there's no one to call that will like care. No one cares. Like, it's like weird. Like, and it's fine. You know, there's no one that's like, and it's probably my fault that I haven't like strengthened relationships with other people, like friends and stuff like that. So it's probably my fault. But yeah, no, it is. Cause like, I'm sure that I've had people who've cared and I'm just like,
You might maybe your career focus, you turn them away, or
I'm not even career focused. I just don't really, you know, I'm just bored. Like when I'm in a relationship, my YouTube channel suffers. Like when I was with Jason and David, I just filmed for them. David was never on my channel. You know, I didn't care about my channel. I was like, oh, I'm just having fun. And like I have like someone that I'm in love with and that's all that matters. But
I want you to find the right person that you're in love with, but is low key enough that allows you to shine and like keeps everything moving.
you,
Maybe I'm the right person. Maybe it's Dan.
I don't think it's Dan.
Maybe it's me.
It's you. Could you
Let's-
imagine?
Let's start with a mukbang.
You know, that sounds sexual. I love it. Maybe. Or maybe it's the quiet one over there, the Rick Moranis.
Maybe your future partner is in this room right now.
Oh, could you imagine?
Or maybe they're watching.
Ooh.
What do you want them to know? I
That
mean,
I'm-
you've told them a lot, but what? The last thing.
I mean, I'm loyal. I'm a loyal bitch. Like, I'm loyal. Like, that's like
Me
all
too.
the people who've like, yeah, like people who've cheated on me. I'm still like, it's fine. We're in love. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone who's I don't take cheating anymore, but like I'm pretty loyal. Like, I'm kind of like you can whatever. You know what I mean? And like, yeah. And I all the time. Like, I love having, like, I literally asked Jason for sex like 6 times a day. He like ended up getting penis injections toward the end. He talked about it on the podcast. It's fine. He got like penis injections toward the end so he could just be hard like all the time because I was just like,
I'm ready to go.
yeah, because I was doing it. We were just doing it too much because I just loved to have sex like literally 8 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a
How
dream.
long should sex last for you?
Oh, I don't think it should be long. Like maybe like 20 minutes, 25 minutes is
I thought you were
good.
gonna say 20 seconds. I was like, yes.
Is that you? I feel like the good-looking ones are always quick. Always. Anytime I'm with like a hot guy, they're always so fast.
What is it about him?
Like
What's the link? What do you think?
about Dan being quick?
No, just the deep connection between them. I mean, Dan's quick for many reasons.
He just can't be bothered. He's like, I'm too good looking for this. I can't be bothered with sex right now.
I swear, if that's your mindset, I hate
That's
you.
it for sure. Good looking guys don't. They can never get into it. They're just like like a jackrabbit, and then they're done. And I was like, okay, I'm not into it, but
Actually, I feel like one normal question.
yeah.
When it comes to you, like what's not sexual, just in life, like what's off limits? What don't you talk about?
Oh, like I talk about anything.
Okay, so nothing.
Poop.
Yeah. Poop. I'll talk about it if someone really wants to. I'm like, all right, we can talk about it. That's probably the one thing that was like the weird thing for me to talk about because I'm just like, I don't like to think of myself doing it. I don't like to think of other people doing it. So like, I think maybe that, but
Okay.
Do you talk politics?
oh, I used to. It got me in trouble. That's how my YouTube channel like kicked off. I got in can I tell you? I think this is why
Yeah.
David started slowly kicking me out of the group because a old clip of mine. So going back to trolling, oh my God, this is like whatever. But going back to trolling, I used to troll people because like I come from a conservative family that are super like hardcore Republicans, and they would say the craziest, most offensive shit. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. So I repeated it as like a joke, as like a dumb blonde repeating it when Mitt Romney ran for president, and then the same thing when Donald Trump ran, and it went viral. Like I was on Larry King, like I was on all this stuff because I was talking about why I'm voting for Mitt Romney, and I was just being like a complete idiot about it. And all of a sudden, I was getting all this attention. I was making so much money. I like that during the elections, during the Mitt Romney elections, I think I made like. At the time, it was a lot for me. It was like $8,000 a month, which I was like, I've never made that before.
So what were they having you do? Just show up places?
Yeah, I was doing like interviews after the debates.
God.
And I would just say stupid shit, and people would be like the Young Turks have tons of segments on me, and I started making videos to continue continuously troll them because the two people from the Young Turks were so like against me. They like hated me.
Yeah,
and I
they're
was
liberal.
Like, yeah, but the thing was, is like I didn't even know what I was saying. I didn't give a what I was saying. I was like, this is so. It was clearly a character. Like I was clearly being dumb. I was like, I'm voting for Mick because it rhymes with tits, and I have 2 of those. Like, and they were like actually upset. They were so mad.
By the way, this is the performance artist in you.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what they were, but people didn't get it. And so when the Trump election came around, I was like, gonna do it again, but not realizing because I was doing the Trump videos before he even got the nomination, and so I was doing and I was saying offensive. And of course, I was doing it on like a trolling platform because I didn't mean any of it. But those clips live forever. So it resurfaced in January of this year so randomly. And I was talking about immigrants. And so David, of course, is DACA. And he's all about like, he's here, whatever. And so I think when that started happening, like even Philip DeFranco like covered it saying like Trisha's like in David Dobrik's squad. And she's saying like she doesn't want immigrants here. And I was like, so I think from then he saw me as being problematic for the group. And that's when he stopped slowly filming with me, which was like fine. I get it, like I said stupid or whatever. And so, but I think that's like started it, and then it kind of slowly was like,
got it.
Yeah, because I know from that was January of this year. He like stopped asking me to be in videos, which is like again totally fine. And I'll apologize for like the rest of my life because I was like I said some really bad.
But it was a character.
It was of course under the guise of trolling because like at the end of the day I don't know anything about politics really. I don't follow it. I'll talk about it. Like I have some beliefs, but like.
Do you believe immigrants should be here?
Yeah, of course. I was just talking about this in my vlog. Like, yeah, of course. Like, I just think like if anyone, they work like harder than anybody, right? Because they're like they come here to make money. Like even people like my dancers, which is like whatever, you know what I mean? But like even they're very like this one guy like couldn't work for 4 months because of his paperwork, whatever, so he couldn't work. And I was like, that's crazy because like you're only helping the economy, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Yes, I do. Of course I do. But
one of the greatest misbeliefs is that immigrants don't pay taxes, but actually they make up a great deal of tax revenue every tax year.
For sure. Oh no, for sure. And I know so many like personally that like are really, I mean, obviously David, look at him, he pays taxes and
he's rich.
Yeah, and if he gets, I found this out on his podcast, if he gets like arrested, he gets deported. Mm-hmm. So.
You listen to his podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still? Every week?
No, actually I don't. I used to listen to it, but no, it just hurts. It hurts now because I'm like, it sucks.
You hear his voice, yeah.
Just to like, also like that they just like couldn't care less. It's like that all sucks because I just really, really, really loved them. And so I was like, wow, they like just don't care.
I feel like Trisha Paytas should go out and cover the election for us.
I think so.
Okay, when is it? Is it this year? I don't even know when it is.
I think you should host the debates.
I would love to. Could you imagine? Oh my God. Is Donald Trump running again? Can he run again or no?
Yeah. He's going to run again.
I mean, he is hot. I do think he's super hot because he's a president. I'd be like Marilyn Monroe. And then I'd get killed after. Iconic, kind of, honestly. I know I'm going to die young, so I was like, honestly, let's just...
If that's the way you go...
If that's the way I go, f***ing the president...
You're remembered.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, God. And Donald Trump would be a good one. I loved George W. Bush. I thought he was so hot. But still... Or Ronald Reagan. So hot. Dennis Quaid is playing Ronald Reagan, and I'm like, it's like my porn. I like masturbate to that right now. It's so hot.
We've covered so much with Trisha Paytas. I don't even know where to start, but you should know that she's going on tour.
Yes.
And Iconic deserves to be in your ears. Do it. You're in that reality house thing, but we don't want to talk about it. It's trash, right?
You hate it?
No. You called it booty. It was like a bootleg reality show.
It's a bootleg, but we live. Keen and JC are awesome.
Did he make money?
Did I make money?
Did you win?
I can't say that. You gotta watch the show.
Got it.
You're like, next.
What else have we covered here? Oh,
everything.
We really have covered so much, but know something. I see Andy Kaufman in you, and I think it's freaking amazing that. When did you write that bio? Has that been there?
Since day one, since January 3rd, 2007.
If you ever feel like irrelevant or you're on the wrong path, I think you should look to Andy Kaufman for some sort of guidance.
Really? Yeah, I feel it for sure. I go to the Comedy Store a lot because I feel it. Like, I just feel him. Like, it's weird. People think I'm so crazy because I'm not about ghosts and energies or something like that, but like, I feel him. There's some energies I feel and I feel him.
I think you're more alike than you are different. So.
Oh, wow. That's the best that's like the highest. That's the highest compliment. So thank you.
I think it's cool that you had him in your bio. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I love him. And a lot of people just don't know him or don't appreciate him. But you know another one, a good performance artist, is Crispin Glover. I like dated him briefly, and he's another one that's a big Andy Kaufman fan, and he's like the expert troller. Like I learned from him when I met him. You think he's so weird, and then you meet him, and you're like, oh, he's literally so normal.
Like too normal. Like
too
strategic normal.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, like this guy's like boring, you know what I mean? But I mean, I love him. Still love Crispin Glover.
Daniel?
I think we've covered a lot here.
Wow.
Oh my God, this was so fun.
Trisha Paytas.
So, no, the one other thing is, so you're not.
Get out of here.
No, I love it. I don't want it to end. I love talking, especially about myself.
I know our cameras are like dying over there.
Oh, okay. He's like, bye.
So so everything you've said in this, you're not worried about like other people hearing what you've said about them?
No.
Whether it's David or Jason.
I would say it to their faces.
Okay.
Anything I say, I would say to someone's face. I've had issues with like YouTubers, and I've never talked about it publicly, but like, what's your issue with me? And I'll tell them, I'm like, this is my issue with you. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that the way it should go?
Yeah. I think if you're going to say something, like, you should like back it up, which is like what I can't say for most people. You know? I mean, if people don't like me, they don't like me, but
You don't care.
I don't care. Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm trying to think of everything I said, but also at the end of the day, like everything, if I say like was true, like it doesn't matter, you know? It's my truth.
Trisha Paytas. Her truth. Love
All
you.
right.
An honor.
Thanks. That was fun.
I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. If you did, please subscribe and also check out our podcast. There's a link in the description, and also comment and like and do things. Other interviews are on the screen somewhere, so click them. Thanks for watching.